funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Well, shoot. Well. Well. Guess who's back? Guess who's back in the building tonight? Urban is back, man. Y'all are getting a second dose of Urban courtesy of the lounge. Yes. Yes. Y'all are getting a second dose of Urban. Appreciate y'all tuning in to this stream again. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all who was there for the earlier stream I did earlier today. Appreciate that a whole lot. Also appreciate all the people who called in as well too. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Those of y'all who are in the building right now, make sure you hit that thumbs up because it helps the channel out a whole lot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a whole lot. Tonight's stream, and I want to do a double dose of me tonight because I want to go ahead and get this content pushed out because just like I say, I'll be like towards the end of the week I will be like very busy. All right. I'll be very busy, so I want to make sure that I push out as much content to y'all as possible. So if it requires for me to work overtime, then I will definitely work overtime. What? So I am working overtime tonight and I want to try to stream until they end up cutting my cable, my internet off. Y'all know how they do. They hit 12 o'clock. So we'll go as long as that. But this particular stream, it shouldn't be that long at all, y'all. This shouldn't be a very long stream at all. You know what I'm saying? So, but we are going to get into it. Once again, I appreciate y'all, everyone who are watching in the bushes and everyone who are catching the replay. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you so much. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about something that I have talked about before too. I kind of talked about it a little bit over here in the lounge, but I also talked about it on other content creators piano. Piano. What the hell? What? I had talked about it on other content creators panels, okay, about this very topic that we're going to want to talk about tonight. All right. This is a very important topic, especially for men, especially men of value. All right. I'm not going to just say only high value men, but I'm going to say men of value. This is a very, very, very important topic that we need to talk about because for some strange reason, people believe the latter of this topic. I don't know why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into this content. All right. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but ladies, men do not like women with a high body count, period. Once again, men do not like women with a high body count, period. I don't care how you spin the narrative. I don't care if you save and sanctify that got filled with the Holy Spirit. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, men do not like women with a high body count. Now, what do I mean? I mean this. This is dealing strictly of being in the dating market, okay? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're a woman and you're single. You're a woman and you're single. And you have a high body count history. 9 times out of 10, that man that you want to qualify for, right? If you let him know about your body count, right? 9 times out of 10, that dude is not going to be with you. He's not going to be with you. He's not going to be in a relationship with you. But however, what he will do is this. Since you have a high body count, he is instantly going to label you as a hoe or a thought or a cum bucket, whatever you want to call it, right? He is instantly going to label you as that. And he'll have sex with you for sure. He'll have a sexual relationship with you for sure. But for us having an actual intimate relationship where it leads to marriage and different things like that, that actual man of value is not going to marry you. He's not. Do y'all know that it been plenty of situations where women had got caught up with men, and they be thinking they in a whole full-fledged relationship with this man, right? But in reality, this man does there for them sexually, and there's it nothing more, nothing less. They be doing their best to try to manipulate this man, right, and to get into a relationship with them, right? They do everything possible that will actually be this woman that they believe that she needs to be, right, where she'll literally allow the man to move into her house. The dude could be a homosexual, right? She'll cook and clean for this dude. She'll give this dude money. She'll buy this dude a PS5. She'll do everything possible to attain this man, right? But this dude would not marry her. Have y'all ever wondered that? The reason why? Have y'all ever wondered that? The dude would not marry her at all. The reason why is because when that dude know about your history, know about your body count and different things like that, right? Guess what? That dude automatically disqualify you. He don't want to marry you. He don't think that you are marriage material. He don't. He don't. So once again, he don't mind sleeping with you. He don't mind, having sexual experiences with you and different things like that, but he is not going to marry you because you don't qualify for that at all because you have a high body count. I know that there are men out there right now who think the latter of this, who think, well, you shouldn't worry about the body count. That's her past and her history. Nah, bro. Nope. Don't be sitting up there simping and being a beta over this one, fellas. Gentlemen, you got to know your worth, period. You got to know your worth. You can't just settle for any old type of one woman. Just like women ain't going to settle for any old type of man, why the hell are you going to worry? Why the hell are you going to lower your worth for any old type of woman? I'm just saying, especially in this situation. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You got to know your worth. Got to have these conversations with these single modern women, and one of the main conversation is asking her about her body count. Today on this show, we are going to examine a young lady. This young lady, she had a very interesting conversation with her boyfriend. We're going to examine this conversation. We're going to listen to her perspective. We're going to analyze this thing, and we're going to give some good old-fashioned righteous judgment on the situation, and we're going to go from there. Also, on this show tonight, we're going to examine about why it's important that men should even seek after these women who have this high body count, and we're going to further solidify my argument, stated that men do not go for these type of women to marry. Now, once again, men do not go for these type of women to marry, but they will go for these type of women to smash. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. They'll most definitely go for these type of women to absolutely smash, but not to marry. Okay? So I'm going to prove all this point tonight on this episode of the show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up to support this channel. Lightning, I see you in the building. What's up with it, bro? And what's up with a Sour Patch? Salute. And salute to everybody else who are tuning in, watching the stream as well, too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this content for tonight, all right? So we're going to examine this young lady's story. We're going to hear what she got to say, and we are going to go from there, okay? All right.
Let me tell y'all while I'm single on this Sunday morning. Long story short, me and dude get into it about a question. We're having this debate about men and women, and men are the prize, blah, blah, blah. So then he asks, okay, how many bodies you got? Mind you, we already had this conversation at least 3 times. I have no problem being open and transparent. So I'm like, what's the question? Because now I'm irritated because why are you asking this question again? So I'm like, the number 60, like what's the follow-up question? We go back and forth about the number of bodies. Mind y'all, I got 4 kids. 3 baby daddies, 1 ex-husband. Been with dude over a year now. You knew this when you got with me, bro. So you at least know I got 3 confirmed bodies. If that was such an issue, why would you even move forward in a relationship? You asking this question a year later for like the 5th time already? So now we get into it because I said 60. I'm like, okay, but what's the follow-up question? Does the number really affect the question that you're going to ask? What's the question? Now there's no question and we're arguing about bodies. Mind you, I'm 35 years old. He's 4 years older than me, 5 years older than me, so y'all do the math. When the last time somebody asked you how many bodies you got? Like, that should have been asked on day 1. So now we arguing about this bad, right? Now he's telling me, oh, bitch, nobody ever took you serious. You got 4 kids, 3 baby daddies. Ain't nobody ever made you a wife. Mind you, I'm divorced. So now I'm like, oh, okay. You've been waiting to say this shit. You've been waiting to get this off your chest. And I've been real humble, cute, and ladylike. But now, oh, what's up? Come back for part 2, y'all.
All right, before we get to part 2, let's go ahead and examine part 1. Now, she said that she have a total of 60 body counts, right? 60 body counts. She used to be married, but she got divorced, and she had 3 different baby daddies. All right, that's what she was saying. Now, 60 body counts is excessive for a woman. That is say automatically. That's too much. For a woman. She had gave all these different type of men access to the number one precious thing that she had, which is her body. The number one thing that she could sell as a woman is her body. 60 different times. And within the 60 different times, she ended up procreating with 3 different baby daddies. Now, ladies, understand this. Understand that men understand that you're hypergamous. So, in other words, the only thing that you can leverage out of getting into a relationship with a man is to be honest, which is your how the way you are, your personality, and your body. Most men of value do not care about a woman's social status. Most men of value do not care about a woman if she is educated. They don't care nothing about that. That's not a big deal to them. Okay? But however, what is a big deal to them is the body count part. That is a very big deal to them. So just like I say, 60 body count is excessive. That is way too much. That's way too much. Nothing I do want to point out to we got to want to do this. We got to hold Buddy accountable as well too, because Buddy already been in a relationship with this girl. So what he should have had did prior before even being in this relationship with this girl, he should have went on and vetted her out right in there and asked her that tough question right in there. Ask her about the body count right in there. But according to this conversation, it seemed like they had this conversation several times. According to her, he probably asked her, and she probably lied about it or joked about it, or whatever. And he just, shrugged it off. He asked about her next time around. He kind of shrugged, whatever. He shrugged it off or whatever, and just been done with it. You know what I'm saying? But now he decided to ask again this time around, and so she ended up getting all fly and sassy with him and stuff, right? And she decided to well, I had 60. What you gonna do, nigga? That's pretty much her energy. Right? But we got to hold Buddy accountable. We got to hold him accountable. He literally chose to be with this woman. He literally did. He literally did. So now, he got to be held accountable just as well as this woman who's for the street accountable as well too. He belongs to the streets. He do. But let's hear part 2 of the story, all right?
Okay, yeah, so he said what he said, nobody wants me, nobody's ever taking me serious. I have 4 kids, 3 baby daddies. All right, cool. But you knew this from jump. So now that you actually saying it and the way you saying it, With your whole chest? Oh, you been waiting to get this shit off your chest, nigga.
Von,
You
salute.
been feeling some type of way. But at the end of the day, it's like, you chose me. You didn't have to come over here. Yes, I have 4 kids, but never one time have I ever told you that there's something that I cannot provide for my kids that you had to do that you wasn't necessarily trying to do. Like, my kids are good. Niggas confuse having multiple kids as a bitch that's looking for some help or a bitch that's just looking for a nigga to take care of her kids, and that ain't never been the case. It's like, nigga, you got so much shit to say about how you get great results in life, but you've had multiple women. Nigga, the way you talking, a bitch should never leave you. A bitch should never exit the relationship the way you claim you lead and guide, and a woman needs you so much to be her best self. You should have been with the same bitch for the last 39 years. At this point, I done completely lost it, because it's like, you trying to make me feel bad about having kids and all these failed relationships, but you had this information from the beginning and you still chose to pursue me. Not only that, you moved from California back to Atlanta with me for a bitch with 4 kids and 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. Now you want to start texting me? Let's get into them text messages. Come back for part 3.
So, not only that this beta, right?
Beta.
Not this beta, right?
Beta.
Not only this beta, right?
Beta.
Not only he had this conversation about her about this body count, right? This fool here literally decided to move from California into where she is living at as well too, to pursue a relationship with her. The be no what, fuck it. Beta male song. Play.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all
We haven't
that.
played it in a
That
long
was so
time,
kind
y'all.
of you. So I have this special song just for you.
Just for you.
Here we go. I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
Y'all thought we left this song back in 2024. Y'all wrong. Y'all are wrong. This song's still prevalent in 2025. For real. For real. So this dude literally moved to where she was at to create a blended family with this woman. And now all of a sudden he has an issue with that, issue with body count. Nah, bro. He disqualified as well too. You disqualified, bro. Because you knew better than that. You knew better to pursue a woman like that, to pursue a woman with a very high body count. Now, the only other thing, the logical thing I could think of is that in the beginning of the conversation, right, she didn't tell him her body count. She only told him that she was divorced and she got 3 or 4 kids, wherever, you know what I'm saying? However way that goes, you know what I'm saying? That's the only logical thing I could think of that probably happened in that situation. But according to her, she told him in the beginning, and he did that. He went on and did it. But let's continue. She got part 3 of the story, and we're going to get into the second half of the show. All right, let's get it.
So like I was saying, now I'm hot because I feel like I've been saying from the beginning of this story, he already knew that I had 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. Like, we've been knowing each other over 17 years now. So this is not new information to you, sir. You had this information when you made the decision to make me your girlfriend. So now we're arguing back and forth. He's telling me I'm nothing. Nobody's ever going to want me. Nobody ever took me serious. Nobody ever wifed me. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right. I said, that's cool. I said, you feel that way. You have a right to feel that way. You took me. You followed me from California to Atlanta. You did all this stuff, but you got so much shit to say about me. So he's laughing now, like, yeah, go.
Oh, well, by the way, Lionel, she's currently in the ATL right now. So if you want to be a simp stepdaddy to a woman, she is waiting on you, dog. She's waiting on you. She is waiting on you, dog. But let's continue.
I like to feel that way. You took me. You follow me from California to Atlanta. You did all this stuff, but you got so much shit to say about me. So he's laughing now, like, yeah, go find a nigga that'll take you. Go find another nigga that'll want you with 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. And I was like, all right, and will. So a few hours later, I get this text, and he's basically saying, like, oh, he never wanted to leave me, and he really loves me a lot and wanted to be here for me and my kids. But the way that I view things in life, my mindset is horrible, and my mindset wasn't like this before we moved together. Well, you wasn't talking that hot shit before we moved together either. I always say that you will always get a reaction out of me. I'm never just going to act out of character for no reason. I'm not going to disrespect you, cross any type of lines, and I still haven't been disrespectful. So I text him back and I'm telling him, like, it's cool. Like, I'm not trying to change your mind about how you feel about the situation. It is what it is. I'm not pressed. Like, I always tell him that I'm not a crash out. I'm not crashing out. And he's used to girls who crash out that way. So when I say that about how I'm not these girls where you from that you used to hyping you up, I'm not crashing out. Oh, the shit hit the fan. He texts back the most disrespectful. She's like, it's a wrap, bro. I'm going to read y'all word for word. Come back for part 4.
She haven't dropped part 4 yet, so I'm not fixing to go searching for part 4 because I'm not that down invested into her content. But we are talking about it today because we're talking about body counts. Okay, we're talking about body count and why men find it very important that women should have a low body count. Now we prefer that a woman don't have no body count at all, period, to be quite honest with you. We really do. But we know that we live in a culture, we live in a society where we know that women are sexually active. So we had created this normal number of, what we believe that the number should be with women. The average number that we believe that women should have with a body count, if you're a modern woman or whatever, right? We would go no further than possibly 4, and that's it. To be honest with you, 4 is kind of pushing it, but we would go with 4, okay? We'll go with 4, all right? Anything higher than that, then yes, you're for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
You're definitely for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
And if you have more than that, then yes, you will not be qualified to be in an actual relationship with a man of value. Now, just like I started off the show earlier telling y'all this, right? A man of value is not going to marry a woman with a real high body count unless that dude is a goddamn beta.
Beta!
Even if that dude decides to pursue you, then since he's a beta, to me, he's not a high value man. He's not a high value man, nor he's not a man of value neither, because he don't even value himself. He don't even set boundaries for himself where he'll allow women to do whatever. If he don't set a boundary with something as simple as body count, I can let you know right off the bat that dude going to be a pushover. Right off the bat, where that woman could sit up here and tell him that we're equal and all kind of crazy shit, right? We're equal. We're equal together. She'll sit up here demand to him to open up car doors and stuff instead of her earning that privilege. She'll sit up here demand it to him and all kind of weird stuff. And he just being a darn simp about it. You know what I'm saying? But we prefer women with a low body count. The magic number that we would do is no more than 4. If you're 5 or over, then yeah, you're for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Absolutely, you are. Then afterwards, right? Them type of man, the man that'll tell you a value, right? These men of values, the most that they would do with that woman is sleep with her. That's it. He's not going to marry her. He's not going to marry her. The most he would do is sleep with her, and that's it. And then your number increase even more. Ladies, I want y'all to understand the importance of this particular preference, this particular expectation from men of value like myself, all right? This particular thing is a preference and valuable to us is because we want women with a low body count for several different reasons. okay, which I'm going to want to reveal to you. Matter of fact, let's consider this clip that I'm going to share with you right now. I want y'all to pay attention to what this man had to say about this. All right, now say what I said. Salute, welcome.
Why women's body count matters biologically. I'm a neuroscientist. Let me explain. Studies show that women absorb and retain the DNA of every man they've been with via sperm. This foreign DNA has been found in the brain, organs, and reproductive system, but nobody talks about the consequences. And that DNA isn't just stored, it's used in creating future children. A woman's past men leave a permanent biological imprint. Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father? This is usually why. While the father provides most of the DNA, genetic material from past men is also used. And it's not just looks. Physical and mental disorders can be passed down as well. The more men a woman has been with, the higher the risk of negative mutations in her future children. So ladies, your past doesn't disappear. Every man leaves a mark on your body and your future children. And fellas, think twice before having a child with a woman who's been with too many men, because you won't be the only one shaping that child. Disturbing? Alarming? Let me know in the comments.
Now let's examine this. Now he's giving this from a biological perspective about this body count thing and why this thing is very important to us men with value. Okay, the reason why it's important because first of all, when you sit up here and allow all these dudes to literally come up in you every single time, right? You're imprinting. Or that dude is imprinted in you. He's leaving the pore of his DNA in you every single time. Some of y'all say this, well, Urban, what if we use condoms all the time? What if we use that? Let's keep it real, ladies. So those of y'all who are in the modern time, right? Y'all want birth control and all this other stuff, right? If you really like that dude, you are going to allow that dude to go in full-fledged raw in you. If you really like that dude. Unless you one of these like modern day 3 or 4 women who's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
That's different. But most women who are actually trying to pursue a relationship and they really, really like that dude, they'll let that dude go in raw on her. Absolutely. And this dude is leaving his imprint in her every single time. So here it is, all this genetic makeup that's been left in her, right? And next thing you know, you get with another dude, right, who actually want to procreate with you, who want to have a life with you, who want to have even children with you. To come to find out you get pregnant and have that child, then that dude sit up here thinking like you done cheating on her because thinking that the woman that cheated on him because the child came out looking like somebody else. That's not him. Now he's requesting a DNA test and everything. And you getting all up pissed off. I didn't sleep with nobody else but you. I didn't sleep with nobody else but you. But not being truthful, you did sleep with other people. It was them 10 plus other dudes that you slept with prior before. Jim or Bobby or John or even Lionel. I'm just saying. And now the damn baby coming down and looking like Lionel, and you trying to figure the hell out why the baby looking like Lionel and things. Because these dudes are leaving an imprint in you every single time biologically. And let's talk about the spiritual part about this as well too, since we're having this conversation. All right. So we understand that, you know, when you have sex with each other, it's a physical act, you know what I'm saying? But also another portion of sex is that it's on intimacy and it's also spiritual as well too. Doesn't matter you simply transferring whatever type of spiritual energy that these dudes have. You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes probably have a negative dark spirit in them and stuff, right? And you allow no access to your body like that, and they transferring that energy into you, right? And next thing you know, you're trying to figure out why you have all these soul ties. Why do I got all these soul ties? The reason why is because you had 15 plus bodies in you that's tethered to you. That's the reason why. You're trying to figure out why you be thinking like your previous lovers and stuff, right? Why you had that mentality like them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why. You're trying to figure out, you say try to figure out why do I have this thought that in order for a man to love me, right, sexually, I have to have a high sexual experience. So I have to have a high sexual sex drive. Because if I don't have a high sexual drive or a high sexual experience, then that means that it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be exciting. You wonder why you think like that? The reason why you think like that is because of your body count. Because them dudes before you, that you allow access to your body, was thinking like that. They was thinking like that. Oh man, I got to get my body count high as hell. And so they transferring all that energy, biological DNA, spiritual DNA to you and all the stuff there. And now you sit up here resembling the same type of behavior of these past dudes. And wondering why your relationships can't blossom and move further than what it is. That's the reason why, because you got soul ties biologically and also spiritually as well too. You got spiritual soul ties with these said dudes. That's one of the main reasons why men of value do not want a woman with high body counts, because he's not trying to deal with Bobby, Ken, Joseph, and all those other energies that you attach along that. He's not trying to deal with that at all. Period. Let's take this clip into consideration as well too. Let's listen.
Do you understand why guys would have a problem with a woman with a high body count, though? Do you understand the logic behind it?
I think it's insecurity. That's where it comes from. Like, do they really want to have a woman that is just a virgin? Because she's not going to be good and she's going to have no experience.
They don't need you to be good, though.
Isn't this the argument that a lot of women, not only modern women, but women, period, isn't this the argument, isn't this the logic that they use to try to justify body count, where they separate talking about that a man is not looking for a virgin? How the hell you know that that's what a man is not looking for? How do you know that? Who told you that? Who told you that lie? They'll follow up and say that we're looking for, you need to have experience. We want a woman who's a freaking porn star and different things like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now that is a fabrication for real. That is false. That is a false perspective at all. Now, once again, if that dude is just going out there and he just trying to smash some random chick who's for the streets and stuff, right?
She belongs to the streets.
Then that's different. Then yeah, you have the experience. You could be a porn star and flip off a roof and turn yourself into a pretzel and back or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you can do all that because we don't give a damn, because we just have a sex with you. We're not in a relationship with you. We just have a sex with you. So we don't care. But when we're actually seeking for an actual woman or an actual wife, right, we don't care about the experience. The reason why we don't care about the sexual experience is because we want to be the one who shared that intimacy with you. We want the experience to be new and unique. We don't want the experience to be like Bobby, John, Kenneth, you know what I'm saying, or any one of these dudes, right? We don't want it to be similar like that. We want the experience to be uniquely tethered to us. Nothing more, nothing less. That's the experience that we're seeking. That's the experience that we want. Okay? So y'all got to understand that. But let's continue.
Do you understand why guys would have a problem with a woman with a high body count, though? Do you understand the logic behind it?
I think it's insecurity. That's where it comes from. Like, do they really want to have a woman that is just a virgin? Because she's not going to be good and she's going to have no experience.
They don't need you to be good, though.
That's so boring. Isn't that
It's
boring?
not boring.
It just sounds...
Then that's the last part about it, too, that they'll say that you're insecure. Then they also say that it's boring. Oh, that's boring. The reason why it's boring, because what I told you earlier, when you separate transferring that biological and spiritual energy, you're literally set up here having the biological and spiritual DNA of these men who think like that. These beta simp dudes who think like that. So now you're thinking like that. You having these thoughts. You having these demonic things that's coming after you and stuff. Having sexual dreams where you thinking about Lionel and shit in the dreams where, flip you around and stuff. And now you're comparing him to the dude that potentially want to marry you. Comparing him to that. Oh, the only way we're gonna have great sex is that you gotta be like Lionel and shit. You gotta make my toes curly things.
It's actual to me.
So guys that are alpha guys that want to be, head of household and consider themselves leaders and want to provide for their women, they don't find it unattractive that a woman would have inexperience, because they feel like what's going to make that experience in the bedroom so powerful is not that she can bounce off the walls or knows all these tricks or knows all these sexual things and, oh, look, she's doing something like out of a porno. That's not what's appealing to them. What's appealing is that she's really excited to be there for him. She's present. She's committed. And he doesn't need her to be an acrobat. He just needs her to be loyal.
Facts. And that is exactly what we're looking for. And here's another thing too that y'all don't consider. Once when you start sharing these experiences, though, right? Who's to say that while y'all are engaging into this with the man that you qualify, right? Who's to say that y'all start building up to that? Y'all start building up to where the experience will be even more better, even more intense, and it'd be unique. It'd be uniquely for y'all and for y'all alone. Who's to say that that's not going to happen? Because in reality, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen in reality. Want y'all consider this clip as well too.
This is why a woman's body count will always matter. A woman's body count will always matter because a woman's purity is the value that men seek for in a relationship. We don't want our woman with experiences. We want a woman that we can share experiences with. Every man wants to give experiences and share them with his woman. So this is why a woman...
Now, listen to what he said. A man wants to give experiences to that woman. Once again, he said that a man wants to give experiences to that woman. Why did he say that? Ladies, through your hypergamous nature, you understand that a man is what? A protector and a provider. We provide so many different things, whether it's some financial support, mental support, and also what do we provide for you? Intimacy, sexual support as well too. We want to ensure a new, unique experience where it be only tethered to us and us alone. That's what we're looking for. And once again, this is talking about men of value. Where I'm not talking about these beta simps or anything like that, or these weak ass men out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about actually men of value who are literally going out and seeking for good quality relationship with a good woman. That's what we want. That's what we desire. We want to be your first. Even though in reality, we know that through nature, through our culture, different like that, it's very hard for you to find a woman who's a virgin. If you do find a woman who's a virgin, then hell, you done hit the lottery for real. You really have. You really have. You really have. But if not, then we want to seek a woman who has a low body count as possible. So we could recreate a brand new experience with that woman. So she won't be sitting up here comparing, well, you wasn't like Jim. Nah, I'm me. I'm me. That's what we're looking for. Like case in point, my wife right now, Mrs. Urban, she only had one other sexual experience through her whole entire life, and that was with her children father. That was it. But he unfortunately had passed away. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. That was it. And then I was fortunate enough that we came across each other's path and we met and different things like that. And I asked her about her body count and she told me. Well, no problem. And on top of that, it wasn't no lie or anything, because I know that's what y'all going to say too. Well, women lie about the body count. You know, we lie about the body count, right, Urban? Yeah, right. Cut it out. Cut it out. But let's continue.
Experiences with. Every man wants to give experiences and share them with his woman. So this is why a woman being with many men is a huge turnoff to men. You can't change what we desire. The same way women want a strong, fit, tall man, men want a pure woman. Men want a woman that brings him peace. Men want a woman that can be nurturing. And a woman who has been with less dudes is usually more nurturing, more feminine, more caring than a woman who isn't. That's why a body count for a woman will always matter.
So, like, here's another thing too. Before we get to this next clip, when I was out there in the dating market, right? When I was like literally out there and with purpose, right? I had asked every woman that question about body counts and stuff, right? Some got offended, some got upset, some wouldn't tell me at all. Others would be honest and tell me, like, yeah, you know, it just is what it is. But the thing about it is that I the one who set the groundwork on that. I the one who set the expectation. Just like when women have expectations while they out there in the dating market and they have these certain type of preferences that they're looking for, you know what I'm saying, which is nothing wrong with that. You have to have the same type of preferences as well too, especially as a man. You do. So these type of women, some got upset with me, some got mad about it. Some said the same as that bullshit that these women talking about. Some people talking about that, oh, you must be insecure. You must be insecure because of a body count. No, I'm not insecure. I don't want to have sex with you and Bobby and John and Kenneth. That's the whole damn thing. That's the whole thing. It don't have nothing to do with me being insecure. Then you also have to think about the woman body. Like, you know, you got different diseases out there as well too, you know, different STDs and other stuff out there as well too that you got to take into consideration. Right? So even then, even ladies who are watching this right now, that's why I say that it's very important for you. If you understand that, you know, your body is a temple and all the stuff there, right, then you need to understand that you don't need to give your body sparingly to any other dude that you believe that deserve it. You need to hold your body to that person who deserves that, who deserves their right to have access to you. Just like I was telling y'all in the stream about men need to make women deserve the right to have access to him being a gentleman towards her. Same thing, same concept, because that is your leverage. That is the thing that you control, because we as men, we know that women control the access to sex overall. We understand that and we know that. But how can you control that if you're just giving it out loosely to any old dude because you want experience? How? Explain that to me. But let's continue. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, y'all. We almost done with this live, all right?
Most high-value men don't find a woman with a high body count as marriage material. There's something about a woman that's virtuous that we put on a pedestal. We hold it up as the ideal. A lot of women come at that and are very critical. Well, that's a double standard because a man can sleep around, but a woman can't. I don't think it's a double standard. I think it's a difference in preferences. And here's an example of a difference in preferences. A man wants virtue in a woman. A woman wants material possessions in a man. She wants a guy that can provide and can provide well for her. We're not looking for a woman that can provide for us. We'll marry a chick that works at McDonald's. If she's sweet and takes care of us and she's high value and she's virtuous. One of the reasons why virtue is important to a man when he's picking a woman to marry is men don't want to be compared to other men. It's not good for our egos that men have egos. You don't want to be the guy with the smallest.
Yeah, you hear what he's saying? That one of the main things that we don't want to deal with is that we don't want to be compared to Bobby, John, Kenneth, or even Lionel. We don't want to be compared to them, because if you sit up here taking out a measurement and different things like that, like, shoot, well, you didn't make me feel like how this dude made me feel. Then that's what ended up creating insecurity within that dude. And on top of that, ladies, I'm not saying y'all in the chat or y'all who are watching the stream, but there are ladies or modern day women who literally leverage that in an argument. They'll say per se, well, your dick is small, or they'll literally say, not only that, they'll literally say that, Lionel was a better lover than you. An attempt to leverage the argument and attempt to emasculate that dude. That's why we don't want to compete for something that we already got. But guess what? Them dudes is thinking like that. Them dudes sit up here like, well, sure, I already got her anyway. And you sit up here cheerleading as well too. Well, yeah, he got it. He. No, we don't want to deal with that at all, period.
A chick that works at McDonald's, if she's sweet and takes care of us and she's high value and she's virtuous. One of the reasons why virtue is important to a man when he's picking a woman to marry is men don't want to be compared to other men. It's not good for our egos that men have egos. You don't want to be the guy with the smallest dick in the room, right? Like, just to be totally honest, like, guys are concerned about being compared to other men. They're concerned about what another man could provide to a woman, and they don't want to be in that comparison game with the woman that they have chosen to make their wife. Another thing is, on an evolutionary basis, men are conditioned, every species of male pretty much on the planet is conditioned the same way, to push their DNA, to move their DNA forward. And when you have a promiscuous woman, it's much more likely that she's going to continue to be promiscuous after marriage. I'm not saying every woman is promiscuous before marriage is, that's not true, but it's definitely more likely for a woman to be more promiscuous after marriage. It's not just a preference, there's rationale to that. That's why men, especially high value men, are going to look for women that are virtuous, because it's going to ensure, at least to some degree, that she's going to be loyal and faithful to you. It's going to ensure that you're raising your own kids through her, and now you're not in this game where you're compared to a freaking football team that came before you.
Yeah, facts, absolutely. That's the reason why man, now he's saying high value man, which I get where he's coming from on that, but also that deals with men of value as well too. Now, when they use the term high value man, they typically are talking about men who are who have a higher hierarchy in the social ladder, you know what I'm saying, where they're recognized by the social construct, and also they have a high salary and different things like that, you know what I'm saying. But I say man of value because that also includes middle age, men who's in the middle bracket on social status, even men who's in the lower social status as well too, could be considered as a man of value. You know what I'm saying? But he had to position himself to be that man of value, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we're not looking for them women to be that way. And here's something else too. Before we get to the final two clip, I noticed Vance had asked this question too, and I figure ready to address this question right now. So Vance, She said this Lionel, where are the men with the low body counts? All right. And I know Lionel had addressed this, but I'm addressing as well too. Now, ladies, the reason why it is not important for a man to have a high body count versus a woman is because of this. It's because, once again, women are hypergamous in nature, meaning that they're looking for a man to protect and provide for you. Within that provision, that includes sexual. So women typically gravitate towards men due to experience. If that dude is not experienced and she is experienced, guess what? She's going to have low value of that man. Same line. Once again, if that woman is experienced and that dude isn't experienced, guess what? She's going to treat that dude as low value. This is the reason why, and be real with me, ladies. This is the reason why a woman do not go out and seek a man who's a virgin, but however, a man would go out and seek a woman who's a virgin. Now, once again, this is the reason why a woman do not go out and seek a man who's a virgin, but they'll go out, but a man would go out and seek a woman who's a virgin, because a woman looks for experience. They part of a woman's biological nature is to be pleasured. Part of a man's biological nature is for us to pleasure, but it's for us to nut. That's it. That's our whole thing, is that us coming. That's it. Because that's what we're supposed to do. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But a woman is designed to have pleasure, so it can increase her probability of ovulating. That's why a woman have clitoris and other sensitive spots around her body. That's going to increase the erogenous zone, so she could be pleasure even more, so it could get to that point. This is the reason why women climax and have orgasms and men don't. That's the reason why. It's because a woman's body is designed that way. Now, both men and women, they'll sit up here and say this. They'll say, well, man, we have orgasms stuff too when I come. No, bro, shut the hell up. No, you don't. All you doing is reacting to the moment. That's all you're doing. You're just reacting to the moment. Once when you want to come and nut, whatever, you just reacting to the moment of coming and nutting, because all you're doing is put it on the show. That's all you're doing. We don't be like, you want to be shaking and different things like that, like how women do when they be pleasure and have an orgasm. Their body be shaking and they coochie be shaking and all the stuff there and twitching and stuff. We don't do that like how women do. We don't. All we do is nothing to be done with it. That's all we're built to do. To be quite honest and transparent. So the answer to the question is that it's women seek for men for experience, but men don't seek for women for experience, because we already know that we already got the experience, and we already know that we could literally teach and train a woman to be the way sexually that we both need to be. That's what it boils down to. All right, we got a couple more clips for tonight, y'all, and we will be done for this stream. Appreciate y'all tuning into the show. Make sure y'all hit the one thumbs up to support the channel. Let's go.
This is going to piss some of y'all off, so let me get right into it. I know that you're an independent modern woman and you believe that you can do anything you want, however it is you want, without any consequence, because you've earned the right to do that. And while your feeling of that may be true, in actuality and in reality, what you do comes with consequences. And body count matters. No matter how much you want to tell yourself that it doesn't, who you share your body with has an extreme impact on your life. And yes, it matters to men also. If you're looking to be in a long-term committed relationship or marriage, it is probably going to matter to the man that you are getting committed or married to how many other men you've been with. And that's because men care about the type of woman that they are with and the type of woman that they're marrying. But even more than that, body count matters because every time you are physically intimate with another human being, it has a spiritual, energetic, physical, psychological, mental, and emotional impact on you. You will never lie down with someone and get up the same person you were before. You are forever changed by that interaction, by that intercourse into another person's energy. And no matter how much you try to tell yourself that it doesn't change anything, it absolutely does. And it has the potential to change things for the better. But in most cases, if you're not being conscious and not making intentional choices, it has a greater chance at impacting you in a negative way, sometimes on an unconscious level that you don't even realize. So again, I know that you are strong and brave and independent and beautiful, and you've earned the right to stand up and live your life the way that you want. And yes, all of that may be true. But the other truth is that body count matters, no matter how much you try to tell yourself that it doesn't.
Facts, and absolutely facts. And so I wanted to share these last couple of videos because I want to give y'all a woman perspective on this as well too. Here are women who been out there in the trenches and everything, and they understand that your body counts really do matter for real. It really do. And yes, it is different from men. Like there women are absolutely are in spiritual danger. Yes, they are, Vance. Absolutely they are. It's different for men. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be too much of an asshole if I just didn't want to give y'all one more content, right, of a person who has pushback on this, okay? So this final clip of today, here's a woman. She is going to give y'all her reasoning why she believes that body count doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, I'm glad that I seen this clip is because this is going to go into future content that I'm going to do with this on content creator, because she got a lot of interesting things that we're going to react to. All right. So without further ado, let's go with this on final content creator. Her channel's on The Sovereign Woman. She actually have a YouTube channel as well too. All right. Matter of fact, Lionel had, I sent the video of her to Lionel and stuff. So we're going to have future shows talking about her. All right. So without further ado, let's listen to what she had to say about why she believed that body count does not matter.
The joke will always be on men when it comes to the conversation about body count. They make such a big deal about it. It's such a requirement that your body count is low and you're not ran through and blah, blah, blah. But the reason why the joke is always going to be on y'all is because you are never going to know a woman's real answer. You're never going to know. And the funniest thing about that is men are so oblivious to women and the ways of women that they really...
See, but let me cut her off right there. The moment when a woman said her blatantly lie about something as simple as a body count, fellas, that lets you know right off the bat that A, she's a liar and deceiver. Meaning that if she lied to you about something as simple as this, she's going to lie to you about other stuff as well too in the future. B, that the reason why she don't want to tell you because she knows she is for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
She know that. She knows she's for the streets. She know that. And she wants you to accept her. Because she feel like that she could qualify. It's similar to when a person go out for a job, right, and they lie on their resume. They simply lie on their resume, say that they got this and that and that and that. In reality, they don't got that at all, period. That's similar to that. Where a woman would sit up here and lie, say, well, shoot, my body count is low, but lying like ain't nothing. Fellas, if you want to deal with a woman and she sit up here blatantly lie to you about your body count, then you need to immediately dismiss her for real. She does not deserve your time. She don't deserve you wifing her up or anything like that. But let's continue.
I think they can look at a woman and tell if her body count is high or if it's low. A lot of men will marry a woman thinking she's good, not understanding how much she used to, what they say, bust it wide open and lay it wide back in her day. But because she carries herself as a classy woman and has been for the last 10, 15, 20 years, you think she's a good girl. I can assure you that the women who you think are good girls aren't. And they never were. They may have changed or something, but they're not the innocent, pure woman or women that you think. And the women.
So she's sitting up here literally admitting that women are promiscuous, period. She's up here literally admitted that women do not have no integrity, not even for themselves, period. That's what she's admitted. Now, keep in mind, I want y'all to consider this. Now, whenever I talk about this, right, and I talk about this in this way, immediately women would say that, well, you can't compare us to every woman. That's what they'll say every single time. Urban, you can't compare us to every single woman because not every woman that way. But however, here is a woman right here. Here's a woman. She's now 35, 36. That's her age. Here's a woman who's 35, 36 years old, literally telling y'all that women have these experiences or women think like this. So I'm kind of curious. Will y'all tell her the same exact thing, saying that, well, no, you can't compare me to that. You can't compare me to that, sister. Or would y'all sit up here and give her a high five saying, girl, you right. Fuck them niggas. I wonder.
Who you think are the most promiscuous because she wears booty shorts or she's always twerking or whatever, those be the women a lot of times that men cannot get ever. Like, I literally can use myself as an example. I will hop on a plane, go to Miami, put on some fishnet stockings, some booty shorts, and just be twerking all up and down the Miami Strip. And when men see me, they think, oh, she's probably easy. Look at how she's acting. 0 men get my phone number. 0 men even get my attention. Most of the time I tell them I'm gay or I'm married or I'm terrified of men. Whatever I feel like saying in that moment, depending on the guys, you'll never get me. Imagine thinking
That's bullshit.
Notice that she used the word most of the time. She didn't say sometimes. She didn't say all the time. She didn't say period, like they say, right? She said most of the time she would say these certain things. So meaning that these certain type of men have to qualify for her, that she deem as a qualification. Now, if she get with the right man, right, the right man that she feel like that she's attracted to while she going down Miami twerking and stuff like that, guess what? She is most definitely going to give that dude that kitty cat, and she going to let that dude smash for real.
She belongs to the streets.
She's definitely going to let that dude smash. So by herself said that I get zero numbers. No, that's not a flex, nor that's not a good logical argument behind that. The only reason why is because them dudes don't qualify for your certain type of preference and standards. That's the reason why. But according to you, there have been cases where these men in Miami or wherever the hell you at, right, did qualify you and you're allowed on that particular access. That's the reason why.
Men see me, they think, oh, she's probably easy. Look at how she's acting. 0 men get my phone number. 0 men even get my attention. Most of the time I tell them I'm gay or I'm married or I'm terrified of men. Whatever I feel like saying in that moment, depending on the guys.
Depending on the guy.
Imagine thinking I'm a whore, but you can't even get this whore. This whore won't even give you eye contact, right? The joke is always going to be on y'all, right? Women know how to twerk, dance.
So, and what's crazy about it is that she's saying all this stuff because she literally thinks that she's cooking by saying this. That's the joke on it, is that she literally thinks she's cooking by saying this, like, shoot, they ain't getting nothing from me. No eye contact, line like ain't nothing, man. Stop the line. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Drink, be yelling, hey, at the club and be doing all of that all day, and no man can get her. None. Like, literally none. Good luck, right? So y'all really don't know, and you'll never really know, right? Y'all will put so many emphasis on, oh, her body count has to be low. And it's like, you're never going to, I can't say this enough. You're never going to know unless she decides to tell you the truth, right? Steve Harvey said, no matter.
Wait a minute, not her getting ready to quote Steve Harvey. Not her get ready to quote Steve Harvey. Oh, Lord Jesus. Man, I thought it was one thing in her line, but now she get ready to quote Steve Harvey. Who else she going to quote next? She going to quote Derek Jackson next? Like, God damn. She going to quote Derek Jackson next? Yeah, Derek Jackson said this as well, too. God damn. She said Steve Harvey like ain't nothing. Hold on, let's listen to what she got to say about Steve Harvey.
You're never going to know unless she decides to tell you the truth, right? Steve Harvey said, no matter what, your number is never over 3. Anything over 3, no matter what age you are, no matter how many times you've been married, no matter how many baby daddies you got, 3. Okay, that's your answer, right? And I'm not saying I've ever said 3, but I'm just saying even a man said to not tell men the true number.
Because that is Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, you know what? Fuck it.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all that. That was so kind of you. So I have this special song just for you. Here we go. I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
Steve Harvey does have the value of just a down beta.
Beta!
Nobody don't take Steve Harvey word to value. Only modern day women who want to be promiscuous with a high body count take Steve Harvey serious.
Beta!
That's it. The same type of woman who defended Derrick Jackson when this nigga literally tell you that he just going around smashing women, and y'all defend this nigga saying that it was his wife's fault. Remember that? So I heard one saying that it was his wife's fault because his wife was overly religious. The audacity.
Because men can't handle it. There are men out there who can't handle the fact that you had a past before they even met you. They're mad that they didn't meet you 10 years ago because you had a baby daddy or you were married or something. Like, y'all can't take these men seriously. And so I think guys need to humble themselves, and y'all need to get over y'all insecurities and grow the fuck up. A woman is never going to tell you her actual number. And the women who actually do have a low number, like that's one or two or three men in her whole life or whatever, those are women you most likely, if you care about body count, you're not going to get women like that anyways. They're not going to be paying you any attention. Chances are they're probably still married to the same person from high school for the last 30 years anyways. So you're not going to get those women. You can forget it, right? The pure women that y'all want are children, basically. So good luck with that. Better luck next time, I guess.
So she closed it off by saying the only type of women that you're going to want qualify for is children. It's children. So she indirectly saying that men are going to be pedophiles going for these younger women. Interesting. One thing that she said is kind of true. I could kind of agree with her on this one when she was saying that, hey, these type of women, they probably been in a relationship with these men since they been in high school. I mean, I can agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a living witness that, you know, I ended up finding a woman who had a low body count. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy for you to find. I'm just saying that it's possible that woman is out there. But in order for you to find out that woman, you have to do your due diligence. You have to vet out that woman and everything, you know what I'm saying? And just like I stated earlier, if that woman set up her and lie about something as simple as a body count, then you don't even need to be in a relationship with her, period. Because if she could lie about a body count, then she could easily lie about any other thing. She'll sit up here and lie about spending your money. She'll lie by having a side nigga on the side. She'll sit up here and lie about even her relationship with the Most High God. Sit up here saying that she loved God, but in reality, she sit up here worshiping Satan like it ain't nothing. I'm just being real about it. She lied about something as simple as that. Yeah, she gonna lie about anything. You don't even need to be in a relationship with her, period. You don't. The ladies on the panel was asking about that and stuff too. They were saying, well, how are you gonna ever find out and stuff? Then you know, of course, we had other people in the chat. Some of them, they're saying the same exact thing. Well, how are you gonna find out? How are you gonna find out? I like, shoot, I'm gonna ask the question, and if she lied about it, and I find out that she lied about it, then guess what? It's over. I don't care if Here's another thing too. I don't care if you married to that woman. If you even married to that woman and that woman lied about something as simple as a body count, that she finally just blatantly just said it one day because you done made her mad and she tried to do it just to get a one up on you and stuff, right? That's an immediate divorce right then and there, and that's facts. That's immediate divorce right then and there. Irreconcilable differences right then and there. Just because she thought that she cooked by telling you, well, that's why my body count is 100. You told me that your body count was 3, and you was trying to say that to hurt my feelings. You told me it was 3. Well, that's 100. How you feel about that, nigga? Oh, this is how I feel about it. Divorce. But wait a minute. No, lying about that. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all, sweetheart. Wrong. Nope. So Y'all let me know what y'all think about this particular episode, about this whole body count thing and stuff. How do y'all feel about this body count thing? Do you agree with my perspective about this body count thing, or do you disagree with it, with this body count thing? Y'all let me know in the comment section about this. You know what I'm saying? About how I broke this thing down. I gave it to you biologically. I gave it to you spiritually. I gave it to you based on preferences, but I believe that should be every man number one preference is a woman body count. That shouldn't be something that you could just consider. No, it shouldn't be no consideration. That should be one of your number one preference is a woman body count for real. As a man, that should be your number one preference, fellas. So don't even simp out except and say, well, I don't care about that. I don't care. Yes, you should. You should care. You should absolutely care. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this particular episode. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Always let me know in the comment section that, hey, we may have one future follow-up show talking about this body count thing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are in the chat right now participating. Thank you. And also appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are tuned into the stream right now, and each and every last one of y'all who are catching the replay as well too. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all go back and catch my other stream that I did earlier today. All right, that stream I did earlier today. It is going to help you out a whole lot if you take heed and listen to the things that I was talking about. Hell, to be quite honest with y'all, every stream that I do will help a person out. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real about it. Well, if you agree with it or not, it can help a person out for real. It really can. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, y'all, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. Y'all have a remainder safe and wonderful night, and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Y'all take it easy.